and welcome to the Your Success Personally podcast with your host, yours truly, Vanessa G, where we will talk about success as defined by you. Here, we don't look at the playbook of others to bring you down. Instead, we are going to cover topics that pertain to how you, as an individual, can reach your goals and potential. Don't look at others to define your success. You create it. Your rules, your way, and how you get there. Are you ready? Let's go. Hello again. Welcome back to the Your Success Personally podcast with your host, yours truly, Vanessa G. And at this time, I just want to say, if you are listening to this podcast right now, I want to congratulate you into making it into 2021. Yes. Oh my goodness. We have a lot to be thankful for, and we have a lot to be proud of because 2020 has really done many things to test and try us all. Anything you might have went through, anything I might have went through, no way can I diminish or say that I went through something worse than what you may have went through, or for you or anyone else to say that, because we all have had a different experience in 2020. But we are now in a new year, and we should really take some time to say thanks and to give God thanks. It's a time to just say thank you. In today's episode, we want to talk about how will you begin? So we are here, we made it in 2021. And I don't do New Year's resolutions. I have been thinking about making some plans, really giving some good thought as to what I want to cultivate in 2021. I think 2020 has taught us that we cannot forecast too far into the future. However, I want you to know that failing to make plans is dangerous. So that leaves us with the question, how will you begin in this new year? In spite of all the rough breaks we caught in 2020, we can still hope. We can still plan. We can still seek to find a way to bring forth our goals. I want to encourage you in today's episode to encourage yourself. Even if today, as of this broadcast date, which is not January 1st, even if you came into 2021 and things seem to be relatively the same, I want you to know that you can choose how you will begin, and you still can and should make plans for your present and your future. And I say that because we have noted from March 2020 up until the end of the year that so much has changed. We all have witnessed so many changes, some for the good and some for the not so good. So don't be discouraged if, as of this day that you're listening, that your life hasn't had any dramatic changes. If there aren't any dramatic changes happening in your life right now, that means you didn't plan for it. And guess what? That's okay. You have time to make the changes or begin to make changes you want to see in your life. How will you begin this year has a lot to do with what coming into a new year means for you. For some people, it really doesn't mean much of anything. They will continue to do the same things they have done in years past. And if that's what you want, that's okay. However, there are some people who look and desire to make changes every year. And you know what? I think I'm one of those people. I know for sure that not every year brought dramatic changes. But for me, every year in my life has brought some kind of change. And that's something I'm glad about, even a good thing, even when some changes didn't make me happy. This is a different way to look at things when you find change, desire change, or are looking to change in a new year or circumstance. Because change means that there's growth, even in the bad things or the less than appealing things. We can grow and learn from these experiences if we are open to that. In 2021, what are you cultivating? What are you hoping for? What's your intention? Like I said, I stopped doing New Year's resolutions, maybe about 10 to 15 years ago. That has not been a thing for me of late. Recently, though, within the last 3 to 5 years, what I have been doing, what has been a thing for me, is prior to the new year, I look at my life and my goals and what I want, thinking about how I would get it in the new year so that I wouldn't come into the new year, meaning that last week after Christmas, with stress and perhaps unrealistic expectations. And I think I really gotten so much better in doing that because I'm in a stage in my life where I really don't want to waste time. I could look back in my life and see when I felt like I wasted time. I look back in my life and I remember times when I didn't value my time. And that sucks, but it's gone now. Nothing I can do about it. So I'm not regretting and looking at what that was, looking at it basically as a life lesson. Sometimes when you see the error of your ways, and not even today, but just looking back and how your life is moving, for a lot of things, there's nothing that you can do about it now. All that you can do in the present is to make sure you're being more self-aware, that you're looking at your life in the right now, that you decide to make some plans, make some goals, figure out how to get it, figure out what you're looking for and looking to get out of life, and making that all-important decision as to what success is going to look like for the new year. And that's how I do it. Again, I love talking about success and what it means. So I have a question for you. Is success the completion of all your goals? Or is success the completion of a particular goal? Maybe there's something you've been looking to accomplish for a long time now. Will success mean that once you've completed it, that you are successful? Or are you seeing success in all the steps that you've taken so far to get to that goal, even if you're not at the finish line? These are questions I pray that will prompt you to think about your life and what you're doing. Also, as we are in a new year, think about being realistic about your hopes, dreams, your goals. And really, I don't want you to think of something as being impossible. But I do want you to be realistic. I personally don't want to be limited as to what I can do and what I want to do. However, you have to think about where you are right now and your situation. If you can create a plan to change and get to that spot, well, then it is within the realm of possibility to do it. But I think it does a disservice to you if you set a goal for something without thinking it through, because you can really set yourself up for failure. You have to take the time to get to know you better so that you can understand how to get where you want to be in life. And a lot of us, if we want to be real about it, we're so outwardly connected that we don't take the time to look within. Outwardly connected meaning we are putting things out there. We are looking for connections with other people, taking in information from outside sources like watching TV, Googling, being present on social media. But what about taking time to consider being more self-aware, getting to know you? Like when, you have a crush on a person that you're attracted to. What if you took the time to get to know, to really get to know who you are? I'd like to think if you were interested in marrying someone, that you would want to know about their background, their history, their likes and dislikes, why they got into trouble along their path in life at some point, or why they made the decisions they made in certain situations. You would want to know that information about the person you are going to marry. You would want to know about their family life as a child, what their parents were like, and how they treated their parents. But did you know that so many of us are not even aware of our own behaviors, why we've done what we've done in the past, and what motivated us to make the decisions we've made along the way? Because some of the actions that we have chosen to take have long-standing consequences attached to them in our lives. Where was our head at? Did we make decisions with clear intention and a clear vision as to what the consequences would be? If you feel like not much change has happened in your life and you want it, I would first say start with doing some self-awareness exercises. And that means spending time with yourself. That means taking time in whatever shape or form to truly examine your life. And you can go back as far as you like. I can tell you, based on my own personal experience, you think you have the answer as to why certain things occurred. But if you take the time and give yourself the space to look back at your life, you may have some questions about certain things, right? Why did this happen in my family? Why did mommy or daddy do this? Why did I act this way in this situation? Did I know what I needed from my parents? Did I feel loved or connected? Just some things to think about as you look to cultivate changes here in 2021. How will you begin 2021? I suggest you start with you. It may be a bit uncomfortable. Again, so many of us are outward focused. The shift to look inward at this is important. The shift to examining this wonderful person that is you is necessary. Why not take a look at this person who had the perseverance to make it through 2020? Why not look at this person who has the drive today to make the change, the desire to make a change and to be better? Who is this person? You are worth finding out. You're worth it. That's all we have time for today. Welcome to 2021. I'll see you in the future, and take good care. Bye-bye now. So, we have come to the end of our time today. I hope our discussion was helpful to you. I wish you positive vibes and encourage you to do you as you climb the ladder of success. If you are feeling this episode, please decide to subscribe and join the success journey. For more encouragement along the way, follow me on Instagram or Twitter at Your Success Personally, and continue to listen wherever podcasts can be found. And remember, your success by your rules. Bye-bye.